Honorable Dr. Nitish Sen Gupta, Chairman, Board for Reconstruction for Central Public Sector Enterprises, Shri Atul Kumar Rai, Chairman of the Board of Governors of MDI, members of the Board of Governors of MDI, Professor Ashok Panjwani, Professor Ashok Kapoor, Professor Chatterjee, Professor N.P. Singh, honorable members of the Foreign Diplomatic Corps in India, honored guests, parents and members of the families of our students, my colleagues on the faculty, members of MDI staff, eminent members from the media, distinguished audience, and my very dear students. It's an honor for MDI and privilege for all of us to have Dr. Nitish Sen Gupta to grace this convocation, which is an annual milestone in the academic life of MDI. Dr. Sen Gupta has been chairman of Board of Governors of MDI, besides his multiple roles in the Indian Administrative Services from 1957 until 1992. I have personally benefited from his association, having worked with him for about 8 years. His contribution to the Indian economy and society is an inspiration that my young graduates may like to track more closely. I was privileged to attend the release of his 13th, I repeat, 13th book this January 2013. I am thankful to you, sir, for finding time for MDI to be here to grace the occasion and to deliver the convocation address. MDI, the campus that we are occupying at this moment, is a heaven in the concrete jungle that is fast emerging as the most sought-after center of excellence in business education in the Millennium City called Gurgaon. Let us thank all those visionaries who conceptualized this institution, and let us all thank their successors on the board, the faculty, the staff, and the students, all of whom contributed to make what MDI is today. I thank members on our Board of Governors for their continued support in carrying this dream forward. It is just a year, to be precise, only 361 days back, that I was here presenting to you the Director's Report for the year 2011-12. Much has happened over the last 1 year, and it is with a reasonable amount of pride and satisfaction that I stand before you once again, sharing with you the progress during the year gone by. Last year has been full of accomplishments that any business school would be proud of. It is never an easy choice to showcase one's own success without sounding too full of oneself. But without being too loud, I would like to share with you, with all humility, just a snapshot of some of our salient achievements during the year. This year, we are awarding 564 diplomas. We are thus contributing a total of 564 talent-trained managerial personnel for the growth and development of the society today. These include 3 diplomas to the participants from our partner school EDEC in France through a double degree arrangement. My congratulations to these 3 international students for having chosen MDI for their education. As many graduating students as we are sending out today, we are in the process of admitting an equivalent number of students to our various programs this year. Some of my colleagues are at this very moment conducting the selection process at some outstation locations and are therefore unable to join the convocation. MDI's National Management Program, NMP, the first executive MBA program in India, completes 25 years of its successful existence this year. To celebrate this milestone, we announced full scholarships for 1 nominee from each of the SAARC countries to this program. These participants are being selected and nominated by Indian diplomatic missions abroad. We have already received confirmed nominations from Bangladesh and Nepal and are waiting news from the rest of the missions. There are 5 doctoral degrees that we are awarding this year, and we hope that these recipients would influence quite a few young minds over the years through their teaching and research. We have 32 full-time and 57 part-time, a total of 89 doctoral students on our rolls at this moment. The doctoral program at MDI is an investment in future of this country because doctoral programs produce future teachers who in turn produce future managers. This program is entirely funded by our own resources and we see it as a very small contribution to the society. Shortage of faculty is now a global challenge, but I am happy to report that MDI is lucky in this regard. Thanks to our nurturing environment and competitive spirit, good faculty is always aspiring to work at MDI. We have amongst us 71 full-time members on the faculty that collectively reflect over 2,000 man-years of human wisdom. They are a combination of domain and gender diversity, bound together by their commitment and international repute. This group of existing faculty, during the year, contributed 34 publications in international and national journals. They produced 10 books, wrote 30 chapters in other books, and contributed 17 cases to international case clearing houses. They shared their research at 24 international conferences and 6 national conferences during the year. In terms of advisory activities, our faculty completed 13 consulting assignments and are carrying forward 15 more, which are at different stages of completion. I have no hesitation in saying that I am proud of my faculty, and so is MDI. More than 200 academics and managers from other organizations supplement and complement our teaching effort as visiting and guest faculty, and we are thankful for their contribution. For over 80 days during the last year, at least one international academic was our guest living on our campus. Half of our faculty traveled overseas during the year, leading various executive groups or participating in various international conferences and deliberations, acquiring a richer and broader global perspective. More are expected to travel this year and leave indelible footprints behind. MDI has always been contributing to the economy by training business managers who are at different stages of their career trajectories. We conducted 127 training programs benefiting 2,787 managers and civil servants of Indian nationality and 161 managers of foreign nationalities during the last year. Of these, 224 participants were trained abroad in Europe and the United States. We are proud of our contribution towards the rehabilitation and resettlement of the senior officers of the Indian Armed Forces, for whom we ran a customized 6-month program to enable them to start their second careers in civilian life. MDI was one of the first in the country to look at integration with the globe some 12 years back. We now have substantive collaborations with 50 institutions across the world. These collaborations involve exchange of students and faculty, collaborative programs, exchange of knowledge, and co-designing the future of business education. 2 new partnerships were negotiated during the year, one with Hungarian Logistics Association Budapest and the other with the University of Szeged in Hungary. MDI hosted 44 students from our partner schools who came and spent 3 months or more studying alongside Indian students in different programs. Of these, 3 came for longer duration, are getting an MDI degree today. 65 students from MDI went overseas to complete a part of their studies at one of the collaborating institutions, while 50 other students went overseas for a double degree program. This translates into a very simple number. 1 out of every 5 graduating students today has an international exposure and is ready for a global challenge. This also effectively makes MDI the most internationalized business school in the country. Resisting the temptation of unilateral charity as a means of contributing to the society, MDI chose to develop a multilateral network of bonding and sharing amongst the academic community, both at national and international levels. This would generate strength for the Indian education system, which is largely perceived to be living on AMS. Leveraging its international partnership, MDI has now added, as my chairman already spoke about it, 10 Indian universities and institutions in a network of learning called the International Summer University. The first edition of this summer university begins in less than 6 weeks from now. That will bring 20 top-ranking students from Indian institutions spanning from Kottayam to Kashmir, and nearly as many international students from Boston to Bangkok for a joint learning for 7 weeks from the best of 9 international professors teaching courses of global relevance on our campus. This is yet another innovation from MDI that we'll be flattered to see being imitated and emulated by other institutions over years to come. MDI hosted an international conference on international human resource management in December 2012 that brought together 140 delegates. A quarter of these delegates represented 15 different nationalities and countries. MDI is an educational institute, and its success should be measured in terms of its ability to impart good quality education and produce responsible citizens. But in these times of instant results and instant gratification, placement data has become the only measure of a good institution. Keeping with the times, therefore, we at MDI also look at placements seriously, though only as one of the measures of our performance. Of the 325 PGPM group students, 229 have already signed up for their jobs against 305 job offers that were received. 13 students have chosen an alternative career path. Some offers are still trickling in as on date, and I am told as of now. I wish to thank all the 151 companies that visited our campus to recruit our graduates. Of these, 76 companies were new recruiters. My special thanks to those 75 companies that reposed a repeat confidence in our graduates and came to recruit here again. The social and community life on MDI campus is primarily driven by some 800 residents that include about 700 young students. To supplement the educational activities and to complement the dryness of learning, our students organize various events that keep the campus busy. While our students strive for academic excellence, they also find time to do things that touch people and communities around us through Samaritans, their social initiative club. I've so far tried to provide you some snapshots of the year that was at MDI. Let me take a moment and look at the future. In defining our future direction, we are attempting to define an Indian identity and model of business management education that is being shaped by a range of environmental characteristics that clearly differentiate the Indian scene as compared to the American or the Western scene. 1. India is a multicultural country with regional diversity where business across regions is quite like business across countries. Indian companies have grown in size and become fitter through international competition. India has a governmental and public sector influence on the conduct of business and business policy. Indians generally favor socially responsible capitalism over what is sometimes characterized as unbridled market capitalism. Business in India grows not only economically and technologically, but also with social responsibility and legitimacy. As a result of these contextual and cultural differences between India and the Western world, the following themes and differentiating factors need to shape the Indian business management education. And I'll list them as belief in socially responsible management education, close linkages between business schools and corporate organizations through expansion of executive education, internationalization and globalization, cooperation and network building amongst Indian business schools, and last but not the least, quality assurance. Let me therefore say, we are dreaming of signal achievements in the next 1 year on the following 5 fronts. 1. Increasing international engagement and MDI footprint globally. 2. Further integration with the globe by increasing diversity in our programs. 3. Connecting with the Indian B school community. 4. Becoming the preferred destination for faculty, students, and recruiters. 5. Becoming the most imitated business school in India, both locally and internationally. These dreams and aspirations will put pressures on our resources and demand more from all of us. But history shows that we at MDI are at our best when we have challenges. In association with Hungarian Logistics Association, our latest international affiliate, MDI will be organizing an international conference on logistics and supply chain management in Budapest in September 2013. As already announced by the chairman, we are adding new infrastructure. Let me share with you, we just commissioned an ATM facility for the MDI community, exclusively for us. We hope it not only empowers you to use cash, but also empowers you to use it more diligently. During the last year, I have had the opportunity to wish my students well on different occasions, but I cannot give up the attraction of wishing them well one more time. My graduating students, to you, I would like to say, yes, the world is smaller, and corporations are indeed bigger, and do need people who have a world view. We have tried to provide you the necessary skills to keep learning. We have tried to give you an aptitude to succeed. We have fostered in you the abilities and creativity to make a difference, and we have enabled you to work to meet the needs and assist in solving the problems that face our society. You should be proud of your accomplishments, tolerant to your failures, and forward-looking in all your actions. Should you at any phase in your life feel that we could be of any assistance or help to you, do come back, and we shall try to do all that is possible for us to see you succeed. And when you succeed, do not forget your alma mater. Do come back and share the joys of your success with us. I wish you well. I wish you Godspeed. I wish you great honors, and I wish you good luck. Let me end by thanking our chief guest, our chairman, members of our board of governors, my faculty colleagues, my staff, my honored guests, and the distinguished members in the audience who are here to be a part of our celebration and success. Thank you all very much.